Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. He'll square off against Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216.
Remember, there's a shorter reach here, so now they have to slip inside and use the speed, use the proximity, and that timing to time off the long jab that comes in to jump over the top. It's about skills now. Skills will pay the bills.
And yes, he is the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Watch the footwork, watch the hand speed. No one does it like Ali. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, this multi-time heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Manchester, England. He'll beat you down and then sing to you afterwards.
If this fighter knows how to use that reach, this is going to be a shot night.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only three-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali. Fighting out of the blue corner from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Todd, we've been talking about this all the way down, and then we see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. One punch could change everything in this battle. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. They're both trying for a knockout. Catch and shoot. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Punch, counter punch. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about the greatest. There's the bell for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. No rest for the weary. fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
He misses with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about the greatest. What would you... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Still waiting for this fighter to show some defensive ability.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. He just misses with that jab. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about the greatest. Here's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far? Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter shot. Let's talk about the greatest. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
We go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And these shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. We talk about a fighter having power. Don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that? Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Do you believe what we are seeing? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about the greatest. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
You know what, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Beautiful counter shot. And he misses with the left uppercut. These two were made for each other. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Hey, those punches add up. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about the greatest. There's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Big right hand just misses. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. They just missed with that big right hand. And he just missed with that left jab. Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punching for both these fighters. That's another scoring shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about the greatest. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. He threw the hook, didn't land. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's defend yourself at all times, but this fighter hasn't defended themselves at all. That punch lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about the greatest. From this moment forward, he can. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. What is this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about the greatest. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
There's the bell to start round 10. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He just misses with that big right hand. Left punch. And wait a minute, the left hand lands. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. They're both trying for a knockout. That left counter punch will score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about the greatest. And there's the bell for round 11. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Great counter right hand there. you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
There's a counter shot. Oh, what a punch! Power in those punches. Punch scores. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? They can change their attitude, they can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round, because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over. Now this is about desire, this is about character, this is about...
Down goes Fury! Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about the break. There's the bell for round 12. Couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got a hustle on that. He's got a bluff off.
Counter punch. Solid punch. And he misses with that jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. The resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around them. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Missed him with that uppercut. We've seen them in passing the slider. They don't get concerned when they lose some of these earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
So one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you get and you know you're in there with a bang, you've got to be on it. You've got to be confident.
Round still on the ground with just 10 seconds to go. Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
They've done it before now.